codes.
Our oil prices have been falling this week, with the world's biggest producers looking at a change in strategy. Reports say Saudi Arabia and Russia may increase oil production. Last year, it was about reducing the amount of oil in the world's energy markets. So now any proposal to boost output would mean a major reset. That's going to affect crude prices, and investors will be waiting until June 22nd, when OPEC members meet in Vienna to see what happens. Well, joining us now from Zurich is Cornelia Meyer, economist and independent energy analyst. Good to speak with you again, Cornelia. So are we looking at a major rethink then in the strategy of oil producers?
Well, I don't think we're looking at a major rethink, but we are looking at them addressing the issue that we have over the last year lost about 1 million barrels out of Venezuela, and we're going to lose a few 100,000 out of Iran thanks to the sanctions. So I think they're looking at it, they say compliance of the OPEC, non-OPEC agreement is at 183%, which Russian Energy Minister Alexander Novak sort of equated with being at about 1 million barrels. So they're going to say, okay, there is some headroom, and they're going to put some in, but it's not going to be that easy, because within OPEC, you know, when one country ups production, others might feel slighted because, you know, you have a very delicate balance of production quotas.
So what's behind all of this then, do you think? I mean, is it part of it just that they were too good at wanting to raise prices before, and now we're seeing the effects of that?
No, I think what they've done is they've taken, it was not a price thing, it was getting rid of that overhang. There was just a glut of oil in the market. There was an overhang of inventories, and the agreement of cooperation was designed to take out that overhang and put it back to the 5-year average for OECD countries. They have achieved this. Mission accomplished. Now, what's happened in the meantime is obviously the sanctions against Iran. It's Venezuela falling off a cliff. It's also Nigeria and Libya having their own internal problems. So a lot of countries actually are producing less than they were expected to produce, or exporting less than were expected to produce, and are expected to produce even less. So now they've sort of overachieved, and now they need to address the overachievement.
And how does the United States figure into all of this, and particularly the shale oil producers there?
Well, actually, it figures in quite a lot, because the US is set to overtake, or is scheduled to overtake, Russia as the world's largest producer this year. Russia is currently the largest producer. So on one hand, we will see more exports of the oil from the US, especially shale oil. We had China, for instance, has never imported more than they're slated to import this month from the US. But mind you, there's another thing also. If you're Russia and if you're Saudi Arabia, you know, the two really big producers in Saudi Arabia, the only real swing producer, then obviously you want that agreement of cooperation, because you need to give a counterbalance to this new emerging American powerhouse of exporting crude.
Good to speak with you. Cornelia Meyer joining us there from Zurich.
Thank you, Hassan.
And finally, Greece.